Hi, this is Dan Courtney. Welcome back to another update of Marcelina, the Reliance 44 sailboat that I'm refitting. Been doing a lot of work since last time. You can see the mess that we're creating by gutting out the interior, just one of the many things we're working on in the boat. All under the watchful eye of the pigeons that roost in the storage shed that we're working in. One of the things that you saw last time that I was working on was replacing or drying out the wet core, the balsa wood core in the deck material. And you'll see here that in some areas the core has been removed completely, and others we're just exposing the core so that it can dry over the winter. It really depends upon the condition of the core itself, how wet it is, whether it's rotted, and so forth. So I just wanted to explain the first task is to remove the top layer of fiberglass and then determine those areas where the core actually needs to be removed. And here I'm just using a pry bar to dig under in this case it's a 1-inch thick balsa wood core between fiberglass laminates top and bottom. And it's a pretty tedious task. You just have to rip it out little by little until you get all the core in the particular area out. One thing you have to be careful of is you don't penetrate through the bottom layer of fiberglass, because you want to keep that intact, because it's the top and bottom layers of fiberglass with the core in the middle that gives the structure to the deck itself and gives it its strength. What we'll do is ultimately these areas where we're removing the balsa core, we'll replace it with, actually it's a plastic core material, so even if it does get wet, which we'll try to avoid, but even if it does get wet, it won't rot. Here's one of the gunnels along the starboard side. You can see it actually wasn't balsa, it was plywood, and we removed the wet plywood in that area. Now in areas where it's not rotted, but it's still a bit damp, what we did is drilled 1/4-inch holes about on 2-inch centers, and again being careful not to penetrate the bottom layer of fiberglass. That's why I have a little guide on there so I don't go too deep with the drill bit. We drill 1/4-inch holes so that the wood beneath can dry out. All right, so in addition to letting it dry, the service manager of the marina had what I thought was a good idea, and he suggested that we inject acetone into the holes. Now you might think, why would you be putting a liquid in? It would just make it wetter. Well, the idea was that the acetone will combine with the water, and then the combination will actually dry faster than the water itself. First I had a little trouble finding the holes to put the acetone into, but I got the hang of it after a little bit and was able to get the right spacing, and it went pretty quickly to get the acetone into the holes. And you can see when you inject the acetone that it spreads out in the area around the hole so that it will combine with the water and eventually will dry out over the next couple months during the winter. That's the theory. We'll see if it works. Now down below we have been working hard removing the cabinets and the plumbing. Here's the head, where the head's been removed. Lines have been cut. Still got a little bit of work to do down here, but it's nearing the end of the gutting phase down below. Now to give you an idea of what the new arrangement's going to look like, I used a program called Google SketchUp to create a sketch, if you would, of the new interior. And that's what we're going to be working with. And my wife and I looked at lots of pictures of boat interiors, and this was the look that we decided we wanted to go for. Nice light look with the warmth of wood still, but a lighter color wood. And you can compare this to the original look, which had a lot of wood, nice wood, but was quite dark. Again, here's the look that we want to go to. It's a more open, lighter feel to it. But unfortunately, this is what we still have at the moment, so it takes a little bit of vision to be optimistic about what's going on. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more updates in the coming months. Thanks.